Hey, what's up, everybody? It's a beautiful night in the savannah here, and I'm gonna be doing a combat update. I was doing the combat video gameplay. I did the bars, the Kent, and the Amarg. But since there's gonna be a combat update coming up soon, as we've seen in the playtest server, I thought I'd be talking about that and then wait off on the videos or the combat videos until the update. Okay, whoa! I did not know the moon moves that fast. It's and I'm on an official server, and this one's gonna be daytime. But the new update will have a new look for some of the dinosaurs. I think some of the updates went through already. It's for the Suko, and the Metri, I believe, or the was it the conch, or did the conch come through? But I know the Suko for sure. They're changing them up a bit, and then along with that, there's some new abilities that have been added, and that's senses. But also there are some combat abilities that have been added that could kind of change the gameplay a bit for some of the characters. One of them is Night Stalker. I believe that will be on the Alio Ramus. And then another thing that they're adding is putrid scales on, I believe, the Metri. And then there's some other hide changes on some of the other dinosaurs, on the herbivores and the carnivores. They're adding, buffs against bleed, against venom. They're adding thicker scales and such like that. So take a look at, when the patch comes out officially, we can take a look at that. But what I want to get to, which is kind of interesting, is the new ability slot senses. And right now, as we know, the senses that have come out is one of them is ambush. I believe that's also on the Alio, but that could be on any type of carnivore that is a ambush character. Your first attack when not in combat deals increased damage. I think that's really cool. I think they should also add a speed buff a little bit, just a teensy bit. So your first attack out of combat, you get a buff and more damage. That would be a cool ambush ability to add, I believe. And then it all goes away, obviously, once you're in combat. But the first strike is usually good, Another one they're adding is Moonlight Hunter. I believe that's on the smaller raptors, which is I think specifically on the Dinocheus. Dino. I'm just gonna say Dino. The Lat. I don't think the Lat has that. I think it was on the Dino. Ichthys, whatever. I need to learn their names. But he gains 50% increased damage and 10% increased movement speed during the night. So they're going to have some type of biome type gameplay, because I know I believe there's going to be something else depending on where you are. I don't know how that's going to work, like if you're in the forest or if you're in the savannah type area. They might have different buffs. So this is going to be a cool one for nighttime players, especially on the smaller guys. That this is going to be on the smaller raptors. It's gonna be scary, hearing like all these pitter patter and it's a bunch of raptors chasing after you. And then another one on the herbivore side of things is solar powered. I believe this is on the Stego, and it has an increased stamina regen during the day. I don't know if it's specifically just like a time frame, or if you have to be solar powered, and be in the sun. But this gains a stamina regen. I think a lot of herbivores might benefit, not just the Stego. I'm not sure what other ones should have it. I know, like, if the Ano has this, it's gonna be like annoying to fight them with unlimited stamina, pretty much. But Trike, that would be cool to have on the Trike. I know everyone's gonna probably hate it because he got a stamina nerf, I believe, and then giving him a buff like this would be kind of crazy. But it's only during the day, and you nighttime hunters and nighttime carnivores, could benefit from the other two senses. But I believe these are the senses that are officially coming out. I have took it upon myself to make senses to improve some gameplay, quality of life gameplay for single player and group play. So this is what I came up with. All right, so let's just do the single player first. I made something for you carnivores called the Lone Hunter, and when you walk, you make no noise out of combat. So it's not running, it's walking. And it deactivates when there's another carnivore. Did I just hear something over here? Am I tripping? Okay. So that's something I thought, like, hey, as a solo carnivore player, maybe you also have to hunt and eat, people. So hopefully you are just killing because you are hungry and not just KOSing. But this would be a good sense to ambush people too, and try to get a jump on them. And then once you start fighting, you start making noises again, and then the herbivores can run away and hide, and they can still hear them because they're in combat. But once the out of combat buff goes away, you can't hear them walk anymore. That's my suggestion for the carnivores. Is it raining now? Wow. For the herbivores, I got Survivor. So this is for your herbivores that are conscious about their surroundings. They get a 15% speed buff out of combat, and then it deactivates around other herbivores. So this really plays into the solo play, because these buffs will not work when a fellow herbivore is around you or a fellow carnivore is around you. So it just kind of discourages people from taking these buffs and then grouping together and getting the speed buff and getting the silent buff, and it's really for just solo play, because there's a lot of people that solo play. I run into random dinos that are just solo playing, and I primarily solo play, and this isn't helpful for combat because it doesn't work in combat, but for the carnivores it could initiate a combat, and for herbivores it could help you run away from combat if you don't want to fight. So those are the two solo senses that I kind of came up with. The group one, for the carnivores, I've made where was that? It was Pack Hunter. Sorry, I was trying to find the picture. So Pack Hunter, this is going to be kind of like a buff and a debuff. So the more people you have with you, you'll do more damage, but you'll also take more damage. Okay, so it stacks, I think 10% max. Is that good? I think it's good, right? Oh no, not damage. You do 10% speed, sorry, and damage. Am I crazy? I thought I changed it. Okay, so you do oh yeah, okay, take more damage, but you run faster. So you run faster in a pack, but you take more damage. So you can circle around your prey, bite at them, nip at them, bite at them, nip at them. You'll be pretty fast in a group, but if you get hit, it's like a glass cannon and you take on more damage. So I know this might be more annoying if you're like if you're fighting a pack of Tyrannosaurus Rex, but they take on more damage, And if you're a pretty hefty herbivore or a carnivore that's fighting them, just know that they will take more damage from you. So that could be something, you know, good, I think, as a pack hunter, because then at a group you're more safer in a group because you move faster. But again, if you stray away, you'll take more damage. For the herbivores, I've made herd mentality. You gain more armor, but you are slowed. So if you're sticking together, you're kind of just like a herd. You're sticking together. You take less damage, but then you also can't move because you're a big herd, right? So that's what I thought about. And yeah, you just want to stick with your herd because you gain more armor. If you have like a lamb, you could even heal. So the armor plus the heal, and plus the more armor voice buffs, you know, you just get a lot of armor for being in a herd. And that's what I think herbivores like to do, is just like chill together. So like bars, they have the armor call. Annos, they have the armor call. Who else has armor call? Like a armor voice buff. But yeah, so you know, the bars and an anno already slow, they'll get even slowed more. So if you're a carnivore and you see a herd, you know, you might not want to take them on because it's just going to be it's going to take a long time because they're going to have a lot of defense, and you might just move on. And you know, that's what the herd was really for, is just to kind of stay together, chill, and be safe with amongst each other, right? So that's for the herbivores. Oh, and I also made a debuff. So these aren't senses, but this is kind of to alleviate the mix packing. The thing is, though, I get it. Some of you know, your friends might want to be a herbivore and you might want to be a carnivore, so you mix pack, right? So there's nothing you could really do about it. It's not discouraged, but it does get crazy annoying when there's like a mega mix pack. So what I've done is kind of in line with like the dinosaurs, would be debuffs on it, right? So I got the carnivore debuff, would be called Killer Hunger. So it drains your hunger faster when you're around herbivores for a prolonged time. So if you're around them for a long time, you know, you get this debuff. You have to eat, and then you might want to eat your fellow herbivore that you're mix packing with because, you know, there's no food around. And then for the herbivores, I made Paranoia, and it's a debuff. It drains thirst faster when you're around carnivores for a prolonged time because, you know, you're sweating, right, and you're worrying about what's happening. So I guess that makes you more thirsty, and then you know, you're gonna have to find some water and be near a water source. So that'll also help, I feel like, alleviate some of the areas. So like mixed packers would probably be around water sources because of this thirsty buff. Oh, I hear something. And then the carnivores, you know, they're gonna have to try to find food, and they're either gonna have to kill their fellow mix packer, or you're gonna have to move to a spot where there is food, you know. So that's what I got for those custom ones. But again, there's gonna be a combat update. There's gonna be new senses, some new abilities for dinos. Let me know if you wanna go through the new changes. I'll see if I could. I don't know if I could install the PT server, but I'll try to do that. Okay, thanks for watching, guys, and like and subscribe and comment. Thanks.